Good evening. So today we are going to present about a project for cartography. So our group project is to making a map of comparison, Nasi Lemak index and median household income of Malaysia within the 2019 to 2020. So our group members, we have three members. So built from KON HUA XIAN, KANG and FONG. So first of all, our introduction is about the inflation. So inflation is defined as a loss of money purchasing power, which is represented in an increase in the cost of goods and service across an economy. Next, a healthy inflation will causing a good power of purchase for their citizen in a country. Hence, in this project, we are trying to analyze the power of purchase of Malaysian using the Nasi Lemak, and straight away we will compare with the average household income of Malaysian. So when we use Nasi Lemak index in this project, so basically when there is a difference between the state and national values, it indicates that the basic food items are underpriced or overpriced. So simply said that the index provides a clear estimation of the various price range across the country. So it will also warning consumers that the price of essential things in certain states may be higher or lower than they should be. So for the objective part, so first of all, we would like to define the number of household within state in Malaysia in 2020. So next, we are going to define the median income of household within state in 2019 to 2020. And after that, we would like to define the average price of nasi lemak within the state in Malaysia in 2019 January to 2020 December. So after that, we would like to define the indicator of food industry development by using the percentage contribution to Malaysia GDP in tertiary sector within state in service sector. So for the constant price 2015 to 2020. And after that, the number of establishment in principal statistic of food and beverage industry within state in 2015. And next, we would like to compare the average price of nasi lemak with medium income of household in Malaysia before and after COVID. And last but not least, we would like to compare the purchase power and the effect of the development of food industry to the price of the nasi lemak. So for the data relationship, we would like to compare the relationship for total number of COVID cases with the indicator of inflation and purchase power. And then we would like to compare the COVID cases with the indicator of food industry development. So for the indicator of food industry development, we are using the percentage contribution to the Malaysia GDP in tertiary sector within state in the service sector in constant price 2015 to 2020. So for the indicator of inflation, and the purchase power, we are using the number of household within state, and then we're using the Nasi Lemak average price from 2019 to 2020. So we are using the symbol of nasi lemak. So the first symbol is for the average price of nasi lemak, and then for the second symbol we are using it to represent the increasing of price of nasi lemak, and lastly for the decreasing price. Okay, so lastly we are using the average median income per month from 2019 to 2020. So for this symbol, we are using median of income, and then the down arrow is for the income changes during the 2020. So for the methodology, the secondary data using the average price of nasi lemak. So it is acquired from the Department of Statistics Malaysia for the Consumer Price Index 2020 December and the 2019 January. Okay, next is the Malaysia median income, which is from the Department of Statistics Malaysia for the estimated household income and poverty incidence 2019 to 2020. And then we are using the Malaysia boundary shapefile from the DIVA GIS, and then the Laporan Socio-Ekonomi 2020 for the Peratus Sumbangan Sektor Perkhidmatan dalam KD&K. And lastly, the Malaysia Kini report COVID cases 18 October 2020. Alright, so for the application, we are using ArcGIS map to produce the map, and then we're using the Photoshop to design the map nicely.
Okay, now I will explain about the data acquisition. So first, we get the number of the COVID cases within each state from the Malaysia Kini News COVID cases report in Malaysia in October 18, 2020. Okay, so now let's look at the table beside. So this table shows the estimation household income and poverty incident 2020, which provided by the Department of Statistics Malaysia. So there are two data we acquiring, which is the Malaysia median income 2019 to 2020, which I rebracket by using brown color, and the number of household, which I rebracket by using the red color. So we use these two data to indicate the purchase power for each state, and the effect of COVID will start from the 2019 to 2020. To show the indicator of the inflation, so first we using the average price of Nasi Lemak from the Consumer Price Index 2020 December. Continue, we also acquiring the average price of Nasi Lemak 2019 from the Consumer Price Index 2019 January. So through our comparison for these two price, we will know about how much the price are increased between 2019 January to 2020 December. Next, to define the indicator of the food industry development, we will use the percentage contribution to Malaysia GDP in tertiary sector, which is the service sector with constant price 2015 to 2020 from Malaysia Socioeconomic Report 2020. So when a state have the high percentage contribution to Malaysia GDP in tertiary sector, so this means that that state have higher development of the food industry.
For the data presentation, we're using the thematic map, and the color contrast is from light to deep red color to differentiate the number of COVID cases in different states. And the map information, we're going to show the number of household within states and show the data of average price of Nasi Lemak and median income household within state before and during COVID, and we're going to show the development of food industry and their contribution in constant price GDP from year 2015 to 2020 within state. And we also do the analysis of inflation and effect of COVID through comparison, the average price of Nasi Lemak and median income household before COVID 2019 and during COVID 2020. And finally, we do the analysis of purchase power and the effect of the development of food industry to the price of the Nasi Lemak. This is our final output map design, and you can tell that we are using a Nasi Lemak team to design our map, and you can see the symbol on the map. The Nasi Lemak symbol is the average price of Nasi Lemak, and we are showing the increasing price and decreasing price within state, and we also show the median of income within state and the income changes during 2020 within state, and the number of household is the circle, and it depends on the size of circle, and the circle is showing a pie chart of contribution GDP in service sector. And finally, you can see the upper right side. We are showing a 2-bar chart for average price of Nasi Lemak from 2019 to 2020 within Malaysia, and the median of household income from 2019 to 2020.